another upload from Aspie with Attitude. My name is David, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have a speech difficulty and I have Asperger's syndrome, and this is why I call myself an Aspie, and I'm also on the autism spectrum. So now, what's going on for this episode? Well, I'll be discussing why individuals who are autistic, especially the children, are so fascinated and so obsessed with water. So in the meanwhile, I'm just going to get this episode started. Before I go further into the video contents, have you seen episode 60 when I did previously discuss autism and enlightenment? Well, I've uploaded this video way back on the 12th of June 2019. Well, this is when I did once mention how a child on the autism spectrum are likely to wander off to the nearest body of water. Well, it's because in this video upload that you're watching now, I'll be explaining when an autistic child is so drawn to water, and please check out episode 60 if you had not seen it yet. I'll be explaining why the children who are on the autism spectrum are drawn to water. Where you may be a parent raising a child who happens to be on the autism spectrum, and now once you listen through this entire video upload, you'll find it easy to understand why children who are on the autism spectrum are drawn to water. Water is associated with all senses that we know. The senses are sound, visual, taste, smell and touch. And water comes in several forms of sight, sound, smell and the feel of the bodies of water. And first off, if a body of water appears to be polluted, this would be very unpleasant due to its putrid smell and its unusual discoloration of the water. And now on the other hand, the bodies of water would come in forms like the way a river flows and how the waves break on a beach and how the water sparkles in swimming pools, and also the movement of waterfalls, the rapids and the fountains. And I want to focus more on the pleasant bodies of water where it's much suitable for swimming. The water that's suitable for swimming can be smoothing to most autistic children once they're in the water going for a swim. And it's always, on the other hand, it does happen that a child who is autistic would find it overwhelming to be in the water even going for a swim, considering this child doesn't need to get wet to enjoy being near water. It's that he or she could focus on the sounds of the splashing and how the water may sparkle instead. Water provides magnetic sensory experience, making it common for an autistic child to seek stimulation in different ways. Often, water becomes appealing to those individuals, especially if a child who is autistic have difficulties in connecting to different stimuli to the same experience, and that's what makes water just so exciting. Well, this is from many switches in the human brain being activated simultaneously, and this is how we would wonder why children who are autistic are fascinated with water. Well, even fascination with water could affect adolescents and adults who are on the autism spectrum. And water can help most individuals who are autistic to show stronger sensory seeking behaviour than those who are neurotypical. The attraction to water is in a part of the inability to process all these senses at once, and since water has various sensory stimuli, that's what makes most individuals who are autistic to be obsessed or to be drawn to water. This is where I still carry on about autistic children who are being drawn to bodies of water. The most exciting thing about water is that it happens to be a magical elixir that gives life, whether it's on planet Earth or other alien planets, whether it's us or any animals or any trees and plants that we know, that always gives life. Well, I'm sorry to say here, this is not 100% accurate. Even if a sweet taste of purified water in a fountain or in a pond or in a pool, that happens to be a best ever water for drinking, well, unfortunately, this water would also take away lives. Well, this body of water that I've described could become a silent killer. Well, it's like how I explained back in episode 60, which was Autism and Elopement, which I'm going to leave a link down below in the description. And also, if you watch through special effects at the end, you'll find a thumbnail as well. And I'm describing here situations when a child on the autism spectrum is likely to wander off to the nearest body of water, as explained back in episode 60. So, it's a high risk factor when any child who is on the autism spectrum to be left alone near any bodies of water without supervision from a responsible adult. The risks involved are a child could fall into the water or enter into that body of water and then drown. Well, even sweet purified water that is safe for drinking, as I described earlier, can be very, very fatal. There had been incidents with deaths associated with children on the autism spectrum who have died from drowning. Well, even in body of waters that is unsuitable for swimming or drinking in polluted bodies of water. Well, just to get to a final point here, well, water doesn't just give life, it also takes life in a result from drowning. And for all parents and caregivers, this is a message to explain that's why all children who are autistic needs all supervision when being anywhere near bodies of water. Even if it's just going to be looking at the water or going for a swim, doesn't matter. If you don't supervise your autistic children while near any bodies of water, it's likely that child may drown and die. I hope this information in this video content is plenty for you. Well, before I sign off from episode 125 of Aspie with Attitude, since myself has a fascination with water and I definitely love going for a swim, and I hope to one day make a video of me going for a swim, even if I do one of my walk with me videos, and I hope I do it in an indoor pool. And having so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, since I like to get more subscribers happening soon, because I know you probably want to see me going for a swim, and once the time comes, you'll be the first to see it after you use the notification bell to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And I certainly have a quirky personality when I go swimming, and it's all due to my sensory challenges with water. And also, please like and share this video content with your friends, your family, and through other social media platforms. And I'd like to hear from you in the comments down below. I may soon start reading out the comments from my dedicated viewers. And you're watching Aspie with Attitude, episode 125, Drawn to Water. Now it's only just before I sign out. Well, after making this video about being drawn to water, so I really want to make video uploads of me actually swimming. Well, since I'm an adult on the autism spectrum, I still have a fascination and obsession about water, and that's why I really love going for a swim. Well, it just happens in that moment I've uploaded this video for July 2020. Well, it's the biggest stop for me making a swimming video is the global coronavirus pandemic, which is all just beyond my control. And so once this whole global health crisis ends, first I'd just like to get a permission from the pools to film, and I'll just definitely do it. So like, until now, I'm just gonna sign out. And I'd like to say thanks for watching, thanks for listening to Aspie with Attitude. Hope you enjoyed this video content. Peace and respect, and see you next time.